this way forever. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
What is going on, dudes? My name is Danger and welcome to a new video. Today, guys, I am here after a month or so. Just a few more weeks, guys, and we'll be okay. But anyways, guys, so World War II is coming out very soon, like in just like a few days, and it is crazy. I'm so excited for this game. You have no idea. I'm gonna be making all kinds of videos and stuff. It's gonna be great. I'm gonna try to do daily for a while, you know, with the campaign and zombies and multiplayer and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna try to do daily. We're gonna have to see. I'm gonna try to mix up my uploading schedule and everything. That way, I can actually keep, you know, videos coming out for you guys because, you know, recently I have not been providing them. So yeah, so this time of year is basically the time where, you know, YouTubers look back upon the old Call of Duties, or even non-YouTubers look back upon the old Call of Duties and just think about, you know, how they were and, you know, how they'd rank them with the other Call of Duties. And since this year is very special, I'm going to be counting down the top 10 Call of Duty games from COD 4 onward, worst to best. So, and why I say COD 4 onward is because that's when Call of Duty really started kicking off. It was basically the revolution of Call of Duty where all the things that we know and love in Call of Duty today came about. You know, like the created class system, the kill streaks, just the calling cards. Well, not really calling cards. But, you know, all kinds of stuff like that. They started growing from COD 4, and it inspired everything else that's in the Call of Duty franchise to date. And starting with this year, right before World War II comes out, there are 10 Call of Duties from COD 4 and onward. And as soon as World War II happens, it's going to be 11. So that's why I'm ranking them worst to best and not just, you know, a regular top 10, because there's only 10 games to talk about, and I guess that's really why I'm doing this video, is to rank them worst to best before World War II comes out, and then there will be 11, and, you know, top 10s after that would be, you know, a little bit different. I'd wait quite a while to make another Call of Duty top 10s, but this is probably the perfect year to do one, just before World War II comes out, and there's only 10. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So, starting out with my number 10 pick, we have Call of Duty Ghosts. Now, I think I'm in the popular, you know, vote here that Call of Duty Ghosts was one of the worst Call of Duties in Call of Duty history. There was just a lot of things that led to this. So for one, it was during the transition period between PS3, PS4, Xbox 360, and Xbox One, just the next generation of consoles. And any game is going to struggle at this point. The game's going to have to be pretty good to, you know, get up off its feet, and, you know, for people to actually want to buy and play on their current hardware. Because, you know, if a PS4 release, it's just like, oh, I bought this game on my PS3. Well, I guess I just won't play it anymore, you know, or they could get the next version and spend extra money on it. They tried to help, you know, by giving a discount, but not a lot of people bought it for two systems, because as soon as they got on their old gen, they're like, oh, this game isn't very good. I don't even want it on the next generation. So, you know, they didn't even like want to support the old gen, but that was basically where a lot of people were playing it still. So, you know, there was a problem with that. But I'd say the biggest problem with this game is just the gameplay itself. The time to kill is the fastest in Call of Duty history, at least I'm fairly sure, if not one of the fastest. And it was just crazy. Like, you come out right after Black Ops 2, one of the best Call of Duty games, fan favorites, just amazing game, and you have this super fast pace, like annoying. But then again, it was fast paced in the gameplay, yes, but the maps were huge. The maps was another thing that everybody just hated. The kill streaks in that game were just awful. Like, yeah, some could be fun, but most of them were not good for killing, honestly. You were better off just using specialist or something else. That way you could actually earn perks that would help you, or you could use the support where you could actually get like ballistic vests and all that kind of stuff, and it'd be much easier to earn. The actual kill streaks were just worthless. Like, you had Odin or Loki, whichever the two was. I can't remember which, because there was one for the support and one for the actual kill streaks, and it was just not good. It's like for like a 15 kill streak, I believe it was, you'd maybe get like 5 kills with it. I mean, yeah, you could also drop other stuff in, but it was just really bad. All you had to do is hide inside, and you'd be completely covered from it. So the kill streaks were awful. The weapons are really the only thing that I did like about this game. I did like the honey badger, all that kind of stuff. It's just the time to kill is what made them really bad. I did like the weapon variety. I loved the marksman rifles. They were a pretty good, addition in my opinion. The semi-automatic rifles being in one class, and they were honestly really fun to use. I really liked using the I think it's like IA2 or whatever. I remember seeing it in like the early gameplay. I'm like, whoa, this game or this weapon just sounds amazing. I love it, and it's cool, and I really did like using it. But after the weapon variety, that's where, the good things to say about this game start dripping off. Fast time to kill, annoying. The campaign, while it did have a pretty good story, a lot of it was copied from Modern Warfare 2, especially the ending was like frame by frame, the exact same animation, just with, different models in it, in a different situation. It's just really, like, cheap making. I don't know if they meant it to be that way, or, like, meant it to be that way as, like, a homage, or if it's just laziness by Infinity Ward or whatever. But yeah, they also had a lot of other stuff that they wanted to introduce, like re-breakable barriers and all that kind of stuff, where the maps would be dynamic, and it didn't really work because it only happened in a few spots. So yeah, it was kind of annoying. And also, Extinction, it was okay. I did like Extinction, but after the first DLC is kind of when I, didn't care about it. It's one of the only Call of Duties that I've never had every single DLC for. Most of them I get, the season pass, even regardless if I know what's the DLC is going to be about these days. But back then I didn't want to, and I'm really glad that I didn't, because everything after DLC 2 maybe, because Mayday seemed alright, but after that it was bad in my opinion. So I didn't really care that much for Extinction. It was alright for, like a once through, but nothing to where you'd play it too much. So honestly, this is the game that I spent the least amount of time on. It was pretty bad following Black Ops 2. It was just, it was unfortunate, really. A Ghost 2, honestly, I could back up, but, going back to play this one, not really fun to me. So, coming in at our number 9 spot, we have Call of Duty 4. AKA Modern Warfare. Now, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this. People are going to be like, what? Danger Dude, that's like the best Call of Duty. It's the one that started the revolution, like you said. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the thing. That's really the only thing I can give it credit for. Other than that, it had a good campaign, but the multiplayer is just lacking in like almost every way possible. 3 kill streaks, the weapons all really felt samey, in my opinion. Like, I mean, the MP44 STG was like the exact same weapon as the AK-47, just like reskin, slower fire rate slightly. It was just, a lot of the weapons felt samey. A lot of them were really bad unless you wanted to use like a SMG or a sniper rifle. So there really wasn't much like in this game that really made it salvageable. Even whenever I was wanting to give it another chance when Modern Warfare Remastered came out, but it was just I did not find it fun. It's like I never got to play COD 4 in its prime, unfortunately, but Modern Warfare Remastered made it seem like, okay, well, it's looking like I didn't really miss out on much at all. Modern Warfare Remastered, even though, it has like its supply drops and stuff, it really was not the game for me even before then. I don't know. Time to kill was really fast. I just didn't really like the feel of it. The campaign was good, like I said. It had a really nice story, and it's very classic, like missions with, what is it? It's not Gilly in the Mist, it's, whatever it is. You know what I mean, where they're, like, in the nuclear place of, like, near Chernobyl or whatever, and they're, like, sniping in there. I really like that mission. I can't remember what it is for the life of me, but I really did like that mission, stuff like that. Never finished my campaign Let's Play for that. I don't really think I want to go back and do it, but, oh well. But yeah, this game just didn't have enough for me to put it any higher on the list, and that's why it comes in at number 9. So coming in at number 8, we have Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, the most recent Call of Duty, right before World War II. Now, here's the thing. This is where the list starts going up, actually, like, quite significantly. And, it keeps on going up and up, steeper and steeper. If I had a representation for you, the beginning, Ghosts and COD 4 were, like, low. And they basically stayed right, like, at a straight line. Like, they neither of them I really considered better than the other. They were just basically, either not enough or just really bad. So, and Infinite Warfare does climb that hill a little bit. I do like Infinite Warfare in a way. So, hear me out here. So, multiplayer, let's go ahead and start off with. I despise this multiplayer. It's so boring. It's basically a carbon copy of Black Ops 3, which I didn't even like, which I'll get to in a second. Just all the advanced movement didn't like. The weapons really felt samey, just like CoD 4, but even on a higher scale, in my opinion, like every single energy weapon just sounded the same. Just made that 222. They all seem like the same weapon to me, and that's really where this game lacks, is in its weapon variety. Now, they did have, free weapons in the supply drop system, which I do like the supply drop system in this game. I honestly think it's probably the best that they've ever had, where everyone with the season pass gets the weapons for free. If you don't have the season pass, you can do a little challenge, and boom, there you go. You have the weapon, besides a few, like the axe and the UDM and stuff. But I really do like the supply drop system in the multiplayer, but other than that, I don't like the multiplayer. Every single fully automatic weapon just seems awful to me. I can enjoy sniping every now and again. I can enjoy using a shotgun every now and again. I did get diamond shotguns in this game. That's the only thing I got diamond plus. Only thing I really wanted to bother with. I have like a 3rd prestige in this game, and that's basically where I draw the line. I don't want to go any further. It's just boring to me. Like, honestly, the only reason I got to Prestige 3 was that I wanted to complete, a few challenges before World War II came out. Tried to get some more, epic weapons, but honestly, I've only gotten a few. So, and that's basically what drags this game down, is the multiplayer. The zombies is actually quite nice. I do like the zombies. I like it better than Exo Zombies, surprise. I do think it had a little bit to offer. Zombies in Spaceland was pretty good. It was a pretty good start, and I wish they had just kept up with it, but honestly, they did not. Raven and Redwoods was probably like my least favorite map in Zombies history. Like, I hate Raven and Redwoods. It's just walk through, walk through, walk through, super expensive doors. Oh, I finally turned on power at the very end of this huge loop, and then what do I have after that? I can pack a punch. That's about it. Honestly, that game is or that map is so boring. Like, they did have the charms, which were kind of annoying because they were really hard to get, most of them. And even the wonder weapon just wasn't even that good. They did the 4-way wonder weapon system, and I'm like, oh, well, that's why Zombies in Spaceland had. I wish they had, something else than, just 4 of the same weapon. So, it was an awful map. Shaolin, I didn't like that much. It was okay at first, but then I just hated it mostly for the ninja guys. And I'll come back to that in a second, but the ninja guys in that map really ruined it. I don't know how many times I've been, screwed up by those guys. Even though they'd only spawn in, 2 every now and again. I really hated them, and that map was just annoying every time to have to run through it. Now, Attack the Radioactive Thing. I actually really, really like this map. Honestly, I like it better than most, if not all, of Black Ops 3's maps. Like, no kidding. Like, this thing has a lot of replay value. It's just super fun to go through. It's like, yes, there's a lot of expensive doors. Yes, there's a lot of things to build. But I know where things are at with this. And playing with, people online, it isn't hard, I can go and unlock Double Pack-a-Punch, which I actually really like. Double Pack-a-Punch in this game. Double Pack-a-Punch is like, it's way better than Black Ops 3's. It's like, it makes it to where it's not overpowered. It just makes the weapon a little bit stronger. It gives a little bit of ammo. That's what I like to see with Double Pack-a-Punch, and I wish, and I hope that Treyarch takes example from this great Double Pack-a-Punch system, give it a new camo and everything. But the rest of the map, honestly, is just really fun. It's easy to get to high rounds. I say high rounds. The highest I've made it to is like, I think it was 39 or something. It just takes a long time on Infinite Warfare to get to rounds. I was playing, with 4 players and stuff. But it's really fun to play, It's good for grinding keys and stuff. I really like it. The weapons in that map are just awesome. The MAD is pretty cool. How it's like, finally, the only weapon in this game that you can actually get out of the box and even upgrade. Which is really cool, without having to go through this like long process and it be impossible to play with randoms. and I really do like Attack of the Radioactive thing. The Beast from Beyond is awful. And, you know, I like playing with randoms. Randoms is probably where I get my most fun playing. And you can't do anything on the Beast from Beyond. All you can do is unlock Pack-a-Punch, and that's it. Getting the Wonder Weapon is hard, like really hard, especially with people online, because you have to save a zombie, you have to capture it, and then you have to do this freaking computer sequence, which there has been like a chart made, but every time I do it, I somehow mess it up. I like look at the wrong chart or something. It's just annoying. There's like 16 possible combinations, and you have to have like this whole like up and down movement system. I don't know how anybody learned how to do that like without a chart. Like, I feel so sorry for it. But, you know, things like that. So Attack of the Radioactive thing, really the only map that I enjoyed. Zombies in Spaceland was okay, but every other map was just, like, not worth it. And I'm talking about Infinite Warfare here for quite a while. I'm going to, you know, not talk a lot about the good games in a second. I just want to tell you why the bad games are bad. And the campaign was actually really good in Infinite Warfare. I liked it. However, it's only good for like a once through. The gameplay isn't that nice, but I love the story in it. It's so good, and it's probably the only campaign that's ever made me, you know, like come close to shedding a tear. Like, it really was pretty emotional, and I did like the campaign very nicely. So that's why it only gets number 8, mostly in multiplayer, even though, like, basically the multiplayer is the biggest thing I like to play in these Call of Duty games. And whenever it's not good, that really just brings down the Call of Duty. And so, like, the first 3, multiplayer really brings them down. So, yeah. Moving on to my number 7 spot, we have Black Ops 3. Now, hold your pitchforks and torches, okay? I know this is probably people's, like, one of people's favorite Call of Duties of all time. Is they think it's, like, so fantastic and stuff. And I can agree with them to some extent. The multiplayer, let's start off with the multiplayer, and then we'll go on to zombies, and then we'll go on to campaign. Multiplayer is awful. I hated the multiplayer in this game. Again, it's just like Infinite Warfare, so that's why I hated Infinite Warfare, because I hated Black Ops 3's multiplayer. The boost movement was awful. I hated the weapons. They all felt like they really just felt like toys. Like, you know, I thought Black Ops 2's weapons felt like toys, but they were pretty nice. These, they really, like, they just feel fake. They all feel the same. They have like the 3, you know, prong system with SMGs, where it's like a middle prong and 2 prongs on the side. It was just awful. Like, I hate the weapons in this game. I hate the kill streaks. I hate everything about this multiplayer. And honestly, it's probably one of, if not my least favorite. I honestly probably hate it more than Infinite Warfare, just because there's nothing in this multiplayer that I like. Like, at least in Infinite Warfare, I can have some fun with a shotgun, or, you know, a melee, or a sniper, or something like that. This game, nope. None of that. I hate the multiplayer in this game. And, yeah, that's a big thing that drags it down. And another thing is zombies. I do not like zombies in this game. I did while playing with a friend or my cousin or someone else like that, but that's basically it. After the first like month or so after a map came out, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this map. And you want to know what really drags down the zombies? Double Pack-a-Punch. Yep, I will not go back and play just because of Double Pack-a-Punch. It makes every single weapon a wonder weapon. Take out an entire train in one bullet and just reload, and there you go. There you go. It's a freaking wonder weapon in your hand. Like, you could do a starting round challenge with, you know, Gobblegums activated, and literally get to round infinity, because all you needed was a freaking Shiva with like Blast Furnace. That's all you needed. And I just, man, Double Pack-a-Punch just ruins this game for me. Not just that, the weapons, again, are terrible. I hate the weapons in this game. I do kind of like the maps themselves, but most of them are like impossible to play with randoms. Like Shadows of Evil was an awful beginning map because no one knew how to play it. Every time I'd get into a lobby, it'd be, okay, do this, and it'd take about 30 minutes to get to around 10, just so I could get, you know, Pack-a-Punch open and stuff like that. So annoying. I I hated the zombies maps and all things about zombies in this game. Only reason I liked it was because of the community and the memes and all kinds of stuff like that. I really did like the community in this game, and I really hope the community can stay active during World War II and into another Treyarch game where hopefully the zombies will be much better. Yeah, and the campaign for this, probably the worst in the Call of Duty history, in the history of Call of Duty. It is so bad. I hated the story. It has no point in being called Black Ops 3 because it doesn't even follow Black Ops 2. Like they mentioned Menendez once, and that's it. And I hate this campaign. It's so boring. The gameplay's awful. The story's awful. It felt just like Black Ops 2's story, like trying to be retold, except there was no fun, like, alternate endings, and you didn't get to customize, too much. There wasn't like a past and future, which a lot of people thought this game would have time travel, and that would have made it awesome. Like, honestly, can you imagine if you could, like, go back to World War II or something? Yes, you do for, like, a brief moment, but they're using Black Ops 3 weapons? Like, what? That's so lazy, dude. Like, even in Black Ops 1, they had, like, people using the MP40 and stuff like that. Like, it was just lazy. Like, I don't know what it was. This campaign was just awful to me. So yeah, basically everything about this game made it bad. If it wasn't for zombies, which was, the entire experience was, it was better than Infinite Warfare, but the maps, like, couldn't even touch, like, Attack the Radioactive thing, in my opinion. There was no replay value. So that's why Black Ops 3 comes in number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have another Treyarch game, World at War. Now, this game also is just like CoD 4, where there is not much to do in the multiplayer. You have your weapons, and you have 3 kill streaks, and that's about it. But I do really like how the multiplayer feels in this one, unlike CoD 4. It's very nice to play. I love going back to it. Even though a lot of the matches are hacked, I still like to go into it and have fun, and I still can have fun. Zombies was in this, and it was the first time I ever did it, so it was like a side mode, and it wasn't bad. I can definitely go back and play Doris a lot, but other than Doris, I don't really want to go back and play Zombies. However, it does bump it up quite a bit because I really do love going back and playing Doris on this. I feel like I could just go back and play for hours, play Doris, and sometimes I'll get into a hacked lobby and I'm like, yes, some fun, out of the bounds, double pack punching, and well, it's kind of double pack punching. It's like have triple tap or whatever, where double tap is like super fast. Put it on the Car 98, it becomes fully automatic. Crazy stuff. I loved being in hacked lobbies and zombies. It was a lot of fun. And the campaign was really good. I love the campaign in this game. Introduced Reznov. It was really nice. I love Reznov, probably one of my favorite characters in the campaign history. Just a really nice character, a really nice campaign overall. Really liked it. So that's why it's only at 6, and I only had good things to say about it. So this is where games are really going to get good. So yeah. Moving on to number 5, we have Modern Warfare 2. And it's like, whoa, Danger Dude, this isn't like your top 2, top 3. And no, it's not. It's my top 5, yes, but it's not my top 3. And I'll tell you why. Basically, I didn't really play it much in its prime, but as far as I can hear from people, I wasn't really missing out on much. It was broken to heck. I think there was hackers even back then. There was hackers. There was just all kinds of like stuff going on where like Model 1887s were infinite range, and you had one-man army and all kinds of broken stuff that was with the game. If they did a remaster, I'd love to play it. But I did play, whenever it first came out. It was my first Call of Duty. It was really fun playing with my cousin, locally, but we never had internet, so that's why I never played online. But I did really enjoy it. What was there was really fun, and I do have very fond memories of playing with my cousins. I can still go back and play multiplayer, and it'd be okay, but it's not too much to talk about. Now, the campaign is what really brings up this game. I love the campaign in this game. So good. But the only thing that it makes it higher than World at War is just the multiplayer is better. Like, I can go back and play this one, and Yes, there's going to be hackers, but I really love the weapons even more. I love just things even more about World at War. And this is very close to World at War. Like, it is just barely on the borderline. If it wasn't for zombies on World at War, it wouldn't be close. But this game really does it. I do like, all the weapons in the multiplayer, and they are really fun. And the kill streaks, oh boy, nukes, amazing. They were so fun to go for. Never got them myself. I did try to go for them, but never got them. I'd always get 20 kills and then die, and it was just annoying. But they were probably the easiest to go for, and I do understand why people love this game. And I love it too. If there was a remaster, I'd play the heck out of it. Okay. And they also had the calling card system. Mwah, I love the calling card system in that game. Really wish they'd bring it back. So yeah. Coming in at number 4, we have Modern Warfare 3. What? You're putting Modern Warfare 3 above 2? Are you insane? And in a way. But no. This is the game that I first got it into multiplayer. I played Black Ops 2 later on, probably about a month or two after it first came out. I was able to play multiplayer every now and again, but I didn't play Black Ops 2 for a while after it came out. But Modern Warfare 3 was really the first one that I did play multiplayer. I'd go over to my cousin's house. It'd be fun. He'd get Moabs, and I'd be like, whoa, mine explosion. But, I love Modern Warfare 3. This is a great game. I got to, I'd say, Prestige 3, 4, 5, something like that. It was really fun to prestige in this game. I had a lot of fun with the weapons. Infected was just, mwah, it was the perfect Infected experience. No other Infected has ever touched it. I loved Infected in this game. But yeah, Modern Warfare 3, it just had a great multiplayer. That's really the thing that puts it up here, is the multiplayer. I'd say if it wasn't for all the hours I spent on Infected, it'd probably be bumped down. But Infected was just great. I loved playing. I actually had a chance at doing good at this game. I did quite, I went on a few kill streaks. Even back in the day when I wasn't very good, I would go on some kill streaks. And it'd be fun. And I love the weapons in this game. I felt like if it wasn't for the ACR and MP7, it would have been perfectly balanced. But the ACR and MP7 obviously were big. And I just remember, being with my cousin and him complaining, ACR! Like he'd be on the 20 kill streak or something, and he gets ACR in the back. Oh man, it was unfortunate. And that's really when he was good at Call of Duty, and that's whenever I really took inspiration from him. Nowadays we're basically equal, and if not, I'm a little better than him. But yeah, I really did like Modern Warfare 3. So many good memories with this game, even more than Modern Warfare 2. Just love it to death. There's nothing like Modern Warfare 3, man. I mean, come on. If they made Modern Warfare 3 remastered, honestly, I'd probably like it even better than Modern Warfare 2. Because there's nothing really broken about this game, I didn't even start seeing hackers until last year in this game, and that's crazy. And I'd go out and do out of the map glitches and stuff. It'd be really fun. But then, I got online and got patched and all kind of stuff like that. But while it lasted, this game was really fun. I could go back and play it anytime, and it'd still be fun. I really did like survival. It was really nice. Obviously it's not zombies, but it was pretty fun. I did, get to max rank in that or whatever. And the campaign was really good too. I did like how it finally killed Makarov, and it was a pretty good campaign, honestly. I wish they do a campaign similar to it. I don't know really much to say about it. It's just like Modern Warfare 2, but, looked a little better and had a little bit, better weapons, in my opinion. But, yeah, I really did like Modern Warfare 3. So coming in at number 3, we have Call of Duty Black Ops. Now, I love Call of Duty Black Ops, and mostly for the zombies. And we'll start with zombies this time. It was where it took off, where zombies really became a thing. It put Call of Duty zombies on the map for real. I loved Kino. You jump onto Kino, it was just the scariest thing you ever had. I'm like, whoa, I'm in here. Oh gosh, there's zombies coming everywhere. In fact, I was so scared to even pick it up. I picked it up once, I'm fairly sure. I picked it up once, and I heard like the roars of the zombies, and they started breaking down the windows, and I got so scared, and I'm like, I'm gonna wait till my cousin comes over because I was so scared to play this. But whenever I actually got into it, I'm like, whoa, there's a lot to do here. Like, this is the first zombies experience I ever had, because since Modern Warfare 2 was my first Call of Duty, this was my second and honestly the first one I ever owned, like personally. I got it for the Wii, and it was just so fantastic. If you never saw my first strategy guide, it was awful, but I had so much fun. I never got around to getting the DLC until like I think it was like Shangri-La or Moon time, and then I started going back and buying them all. I got Moon whenever like it was close whenever it first came out, maybe like a few months afterwards. But then I went back and bought the other maps a lot later. But it was really fun. I love the zombies in this game. Such a classic experience. So it's just so great. And I really wish Treyarch would go back to something like this, because the weapons weren't overpowered. Nothing was overpowered except Thunder Gun every now and again. But even it would malfunction and not kill. Uh, the multiplayer was a little interesting, I'd have to say. Um, I didn't really have any problems with it, other than the fact that the weapons had a lot of recoil, which in a way was a good thing. But I don't know. It was just a solid multiplayer experience all around, and honestly, didn't have anything bad to say about it. Don't really have anything good to say about it. It was just moderate. It was good. I liked it. But again, zombies is really what takes it up there, and the campaign was really nice. Reznov, just amazing. And for what few levels he was there, I loved it. And in fact, he was only truly there in one of them. And I'm not going to spoil anything if you haven't played the game. I guess I kind of already spoiled Modern Warfare 3 if you haven't. But I really love the campaign in this game. It's really where Black Ops just went up there within the best campaigns of all time. So yeah. Moving on to number 2, we have, boy, this is my really like my personal favorite and not within the popular like vote at all. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Are you kidding me? You like this awful piece of trash game that included all the supply drop system bull crap that was in Black Ops 3, which made it one of the worst Call of Duties? Oh my gosh, dude, what's wrong with you? And yeah, I agree that it did introduce some stuff that would make later games awful. But for the time being, while it was the only game that had boost movement, the only game with supply drops, it was good. I really like the movement in this game. The maps were built for it. Like, it's not like Black Ops 3 where it's like, there's a few wall running here and that's it. Yeah. This game was really built for it. You'd have like super huge like spots where you could overlook an entire map. You could stick down low and kill people that were up top for unsuspecting. It was great. I loved the multiplayer in this game. It is the multiplayer that I've played the most in Call of Duty history. I think I got to like Master Prestige like 10 or something like that. Master Prestige 5 to 10 or something like that. It was crazy. I played this game so much. I'd play it with my friends. Well, really, I say friend. If you haven't seen him, Mafia Man 252. He hasn't been on this channel in quite a while, but I really played the heck out of this game with him. It was so much fun. We do challenges every now and again. I remember this was his first Call of Duty, so it was really nice too. We'd like get out our MP44 Grok, and it's like the 2-round burst pistol, where it's like, okay, let's go in and let's get kills with this weapon. And I ended up loving the weapon for it. Like, I'd go on like 30 kill streaks with this weapon. Well, not 30 kill streaks, but I'd get like 50 kills plus in game. I loved this weapon so much. And that's really why Advanced Warfare was just great to me. It was the last one that I really had fun with friends. Black Ops 3, I'd play with my cousin, but that's it. It was just great. There's nothing bad I can say about Advanced Warfare, other than the zombies. The zombies was a little lackluster, but it was better than nothing. Even without zombies, I still think it would have been my number 2 spot. But, zombies just kind of it brought the game up a little bit, but it didn't really do anything to help it, Multiplayer was really where it's at. Multiplayer just had great weapons, great time to kill. I actually did like the boost movement back then. I thought, if it had been good, I would have liked it more, but unfortunately, it took a dark turn after then. Supply drops, back then they were actually really good. I had good luck with them. I'd get a lot of good weapons. I had probably almost every single epic in the game. That might just be because I played the game a lot. But even up to like Prestige 3 and Infinite Warfare, I only have like, gosh, I'd say like 6 epic at most. And in Advanced Warfare, I probably had about half of them in the game, to be honest. I didn't have all the good ones, but I had a lot. And by the end, by once I stopped playing the game, I had probably every single epic, at least one of the epics for every weapon except for the DLC ones. And they actually did the DLC right too. They would put them available in supply drops, but there was multiple rarities, so that way if you unlocked one rarity, you get the first variant and it's fine. I only got the AK-47, which I guess kind of makes it seem like it's not okay. But I guess it's mostly because I didn't really play much after the weapons started coming out. They started coming out really late. It was after DLC 3, so I think it was after DLC 3. It was at least after DLC 2 once they started coming out, and it didn't really matter too much. But I did like the supply drops in this game. They were fresh. It was a fresh experience to where you'd actually earn something in the middle of your play sessions. And they weren't like super dumb like weapons. You had like a 1 in a million chance to get your weapon or whatever. It was just pretty good all around. They were fast to unlock, unlike freaking keys where you'd get like 3 keys a game, and that makes it like hours just to get one rare supply drop. In this game, you'd get a supply drop straight out of it. No keys, no nothing like that. Advanced supply drops you get every few levels, which is great. That's what you need. You need to be giving away free supply drops. You can't just. I don't. Oh my gosh, I hate the supply drop system nowadays. But Advanced Warfare really did it. It was pretty good. I had no complaints about it. So I really did like Advanced Warfare. That was just. I love this game so much, man. I haven't went back and played it since the launch of Black Ops 3. But I just have so many fond memories, so many things on YouTube. That's where I started YouTube, by the way. It was in Advanced Warfare doing supply drop openings back then when I didn't want to, I didn't care about supporting supply drops. They were actually, okay to support. So yeah, I've been rambling on here. So yeah, and coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Now, what more is there to say? Black Ops 2 just was great. The community on multiplayer was great. You'd always find people chatting. It had great weapons, great kill streaks, amazing. This was probably the first game I ever did good. Before then I was kind of mediocre. This game I really started doing good. I got to Master Prestige. It's the only Call of Duty game I've ever got to the max rank. Only Call of Duty game. Even if I played Advanced Warfare more, it would have been really hard because there was 30 whole Prestiges, so yeah. Black Ops 2 was just great. There's not much more to say about Black Ops 2. The zombies was amazing, honestly. It started out kind of weak, with Transit and Die Rise, but then got so much better with Origins and Mob of the Dead and Buried. And I can go back and play Black Ops 2 and be like, oh, this game is still great. And I'd love to see a Black Ops 2 remastered. You have no idea. It was actually back whenever I could do good in Call of Duty. Nowadays, in the like boost movement and stuff like that, I'd be a god if I got a freaking 15 kill streak. Like I think I only have like 3 15 kill streaks on Infinite Warfare and nothing better. I just can't. I can't play these, advanced movement except Advanced Warfare, which I did do pretty good on. But Black Ops 2 is just where Call of Duty was at its peak, in the support, and then it started going down after that, unfortunately. But yeah, Black Ops 2, great. The campaign, which I didn't even talk about in Advanced Warfare, because Advanced Warfare was pretty mediocre, but I did like it. Black Ops 2's campaign was just, it was basically the perfect campaign, to be honest. Just like the multiplayer and zombies, it was basically perfect. There's not much more to say about it. It's just you had the past and future, which was really cool. You had Mason, and then you had the new Mason. It was great, and I loved Black Ops 2. And yeah, that's basically all I can say about it. It was just a really good campaign. There was nothing much more to say. Just had a good story, had good gameplay. I love the multiple endings. It was great. So Black Ops 2 is basically the perfect Call of Duty. I don't see anything ever topping it. There's a possibility though. World War II seems like a really good game, and I can't wait to see it. And I do apologize for not having gameplay of all these, separate games, but it's impossible for me to record those old ones. So I hope you all can understand. Ooh, man, I'm tired after that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, and all that cool stuff. Let me know your thoughts on this top 10 down below. Tell me your top 10 Call of Duties from worst to best, and I will go ahead and look at them. I always look at my comment section, so y'all don't have to worry about that. Anyways, guys, and I will talk to you guys later.